All right. Peace and greetings, soul family. Welcome, welcome, welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm listening to you guys right now. You're telling me you don't have sound. So we are definitely going to have to fix this and see if we can get the sound working. And yeah, so I know you all can't hear me. So give me one moment here as we get ready to take a look here and see. Let's see. Choose your output. Let's see. We're going to double check now to see if there is sound and if you all can hear nice, loud, and clear. Welcome on in, soul family. We have sound in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Peace and greetings, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome on in. Welcome on in. And happy Friday. My goodness, happy Friday. Are we feeling the cosmic waves? I want to let you all know the Blue Room is open. You're more than welcome to come on over and join us in the Blue Room. I'm going to give you some cosmic directions so you can find your way on over. A little pop out magic again. We're popping out. We're going to be popping out for a minute here. Until I really get the complete download of what things are going to look like going forward. You know, I think expressed this to you guys. And for those of you who know, you know. I'm moving into a new era, and I know many of you are as well too. And so things are a little different again. And I love that for me. I love that for us. I love it that things are changing, things are different. And so I am literally riding the cosmic waves. The reason I'm on right now, as opposed to our normal sort of, if there's such a thing, right? We're going to get into a little bit of ordered chaos. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to come on early, because this weekend we are experiencing ordered chaos. We're getting some ordered chaos to go down. It's happening. It's real and it's happening for us at this time. And when I say ordered chaos, I mean literally, this is something we've ordered. We have somewhere in our soul agreement, we wanted this, we put this in motion. It's an opportunity to grow, it's an opportunity to go within, and we could not have had a more beautiful alignment. By the way, congratulations. And shouts out to everyone who completed or still is in the process of doing the challenge, the 8-day challenge, going for the goal, because we are still going for the goal. There is still more goal to get. I know you can see where you are in this process of going for the goal. And I know some of you right now, you're holding medals in your hand. If you look back to when we started to now, you know that you are going for the goal and there's still more goal for you to get. And I truly, truly want us to get that goal. We are in the best position of our lives to get this goal. It could have been lifetime after lifetime. You've been trying to reach this level, to accomplish these things, to complete these tasks. It's here in front of us. But an interesting thing happened the other night. The goddess Osun came to visit. I say that to be nice. She didn't really come visit. I went to go visit her. I went to go visit the goddess Osun. I really was taking my Akashic swim while the cosmic skies and this Leo, well, it's not really a Leo portal anymore, anyway. But while this Lionsgate portal was open and the star Sirius and all of the cosmic players were out in the sky dancing, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Uranus, Saturn, everyone was in the cosmic skies. I decided to dive into the Akashic records, swim with the dolphins, as I often do, and really, really just tap into that frequency to get the pulse of what's going on. And lo and behold, who came to join me but the goddess Osun with a powerful message. And this message is really for this weekend, but it really will help us during this whole entire month in a very profound way. I want you to grab a pen, a piece of paper, something to write with, because I am going to be sharing this channeled message from the goddess Osun. I took some really, really good notes of some ways for us to navigate and ride these waves. And this message is particularly, she says, for all of the star children. That's right. Because there is a warfare that is happening right now. And if it has not, oh, here we go. My goodness. We know it's going to be a powerful share tonight. We are already in the midst. We are already in the midst. But no worries there. How's everybody feeling? Peace and greetings, soul family. Let's make sure we hit that like button so we can let all of the star children out there in the galaxy, out there on Planet Remix, know that we are here and we are live. We are live. Welcome on in. Welcome into our international listeners that are listening from all over the globe. And shouts out to everyone who had their visionary guidance readings this week. I truly, truly am loving it and still working on getting them all sent out. But we're not going to be long here. But I wanted to bring you this. I wanted to bring you this message really quick. So welcome, 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 welcome on in. Shouts out to everyone in the chat as well. Let's do a sound off as well, share where you're from, where you're tuning in from, especially our international brothers and sisters who are tuning in from all over the world. So I've been in the Akashic records pretty much all day today. And yes, I have this message from the goddess Osun, because we will need to ride these cosmic waves this weekend, because star child, all of the star children, there is a spiritual warfare that has been going on for pretty much this whole entire week. We got the Netherlands in the house. We got several people. Ali from the Netherlands. We also have Catherine from the Netherlands in the building. I'm going to shout everybody out, but I definitely want to get all of our international listeners. Maya B from South Africa tuning in. Wow. Welcome on in. Erica's tuning in from Mississippi. Random Brand is representing Philly. Maria is here representing the UK. Faye, aka Triple Goddess, London is representing London. Sammy is in the building. Hey, Sammy from South Carolina. And I know that weather was coming through South Carolina. Crystal is here representing Roslyn Park, New Jersey. Gotti is in the building. Welcome in. Sarah K. Hey, Sarah K. Good to see you. Oh my goodness, you're going to love this, Sarah K. You're going to love this. This is the weekend for my artists. For my artists, particularly those of you who deal with colors. Where are you at? I know Griffin is in the building as well, representing Jamaica. But for my artists in the building, you're going to want to pull out and get to work. We're going to need all hands on deck. We're going to need all hands on deck for my artists this weekend. Because literally you are crafting us into the future. This is the vision Osun sent us. And for my digital artists too. My digital artists as well. If you follow me on social media, you see I put up my logo that was done for me back in 2022. Based on a vision I had in collaboration with Phoenix, who did an amazing, wonderful job with coming up with the vision and really expanding it into something I could never imagine. So that's why I reposted it. It's a spiritual marker. So all of my artists, I want you to make us a portal. Can we put that challenge out there for all of the artists? Draw us a portal. Make it like a archway, because I love arches, but you can use what you want. A portal for us to move into of higher frequency. Because this is truly what the Lionsgate energy is all about. We have some players in the sky, but we know that that's only a reflection of what's happening with our internal universe. That's happening within. Within. It's only what's happening within. It is an opportunity. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about this Lionsgate energy, which will be open until the 12th. But here's something I want to tell you that maybe you're not aware of. What we sort of put in motion during this time is going to be a theme that we're going to be carrying with us for the next 12 years. This theme is going to be propelling us forward. It's going to propel you forward. And in essence, you can think of it this way. It's like giving yourself some more solid structure to your foundation, to what that foundation is for you. But we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you 4 steps from the channel, from the goddess Osun. And we're going to talk about Osun. You know, Osun has that very, very powerful energy. She comes out of the Yoruba tradition, but she truly is a universal and cosmic goddess. She's a goddess that really speaks to some powerful energy. And that energy has a lot to do with wealth and abundance. That energy also has to do with feminine energy. And it also has to do with power, right? She's an elegant deity, very elegant, and very, very crafty when it comes to riding cosmic waves. That's why you often will find her in the water, near the water, because she's able to ride the cosmic waves. I also want to speak to all of our artists, whether you're artists in all mixed mediums, and that can even be digital artists like myself, which I've been having the most fun with. This activation art that you see here today was really the vision that I seen, and I said, yeah, we're going to use that. We're going to use that for our activation art tonight. This is the activation art that we're going to use tonight. The conversation that I had with Osun, as she's here to really help us with understanding and knowing how to ride these cosmic waves, especially when it comes to this weekend. Okay, we're going to get into it. How we feeling? Welcome on in. Kelly B is in the building. Good to see you. Morgan, the Mystic for Life, is here. Welcome on in. Brittany Vibes in the building. Welcome on in. Michelle D is in the building. Welcome in. Joyce Soul 633 in the building, and so many others. I want to welcome you all in. It's Friday here, at least in part of the world. We're still going for the goal. How many of you are still going for the goal? Let me know. You still going for the goal? Put a gold medal in chat. If you are still going for the goal, welcome in, Gloria. Good to see you. How many of you are still going for the goal? Don't give up going for the goal. We have to still keep going for the goal. Crystal, still going for the goal. Yes. Erica, still going for the goal. Macy, Nicole, still going for the goal. Savannah, in the building. Journey, welcome in. Journey, still going for the goal. Kinetic Killer, yes, going for the goal. Gotti, going for the goal. Yes. Ashley, still going for the goal. Diamond, is it Diamond? Diamond? Still going for the goal. Yes. Crystal says my blue light is burning as we speak. Yes, Tremel still going for the goal. Obai still going for the goal. Savannah still going for the goal. Isabel still going for the goal. Griffin still going for the goal. Kate Crystal still going for the goal. Ali still going for the goal. Lavish still going for the goal. Brittany S still going for the goal. And OK is going for the goal. Yes. And I definitely am going for the goal as well. Yeah. So I could be long, but I'm not. Let me ring the bell. That's for self-invested and everyone who's self-invested. And for the whole self-invested family, you will get some updates during the month of September for the new classes that will be opening up in Self-Invested University. I keep saying I'm not going to be long. I'm not. I feel like I'm moving 100 miles an hour, so I am going to slow down just a little bit. Let me share the channel. I want you all to get a pen and a piece of paper, write down, because you will be receiving activations. And by the way, we're live. So if you're listening to this in the future and you travel to the time such as now in the present moment, I want to say welcome, welcome, welcome to you. And if you are listening from the past and you have joined us in this present moment, I want to say welcome to you. Welcome to Planet Remix. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle, and welcome on in. So there are some things that I want you to take a note of this weekend. First and foremost, I want you to write down family. We're talking about Star Child warfare, because there is a warfare against all of the star children on the planet at this time. And when I say warfare, what I am literally talking about is frequencies and energy. And I just want you to understand how to navigate these cosmic ways. When you are coming up on these ways, how you can begin to navigate. Number one is family. So listen at me when I tell you this. That is who will be waging war against you, most likely. But it's going to be in a very, very auspicious way. Number one, they will use your children against you to try to trigger you, to get you to forget all the work that you have done. This is really how your energy is being reflected. I want you to think of yourself, or imagine your hologram that's in front of you. That hologram that you see in front of you, it's like when you go to Las Vegas. How many people have been to Las Vegas? And when you're inside any of the casinos, or you're inside any of the hotels, or going to the restaurants inside the casinos, they typically have the menu on the outside. Or if you are traveling right now, perhaps you're with the U.S. Olympic team. By the way, shouts out to the Olympics and everyone going for the goal. You will typically see this when you are traveling in the UK, Paris, Italy, Spain, friends, countries, all of these countries throughout Europe, you will see the menu on the outside before you go in the restaurant. Well, this is how your hologram is. It's energetic, though. So your hologram is there. And if you play video games, things like, dang it, I can't think of a game right now, but I know my daughter and son are playing this game. It'll come to me in a minute. But when you're playing video games and literally you're looking at your character and it tells you all of the attributes and all of the tools and everything that you have acquired while you're playing the game, any of the RPG games, right? You can see. Well, that hologram is in front of you, and that hologram, what it does is it tells people where you're weak at. It gives a internal reflection of what's happening on the inside of you. What you're thinking about, what you're feeling, where your insecurities are, where you are struggling with your courage, your self-esteem, the things that you're attempting to balance out. It shows it. But it doesn't show it the way that you may think. It doesn't show it like it's not really, really clear. And quite frankly, most people are not reading people's energy that way. I mean, we are, but the rest of the world is not. What it's doing is it's flashing. Like you're driving a car and you see someone with the flashers on and you start to slow down and pay close attention and see what's really happening. And they're reflecting that back to you. And you're starting to feel some kind of way. I want you to pay close attention, not be reactive, but pay very close attention to that. Because they are reacting off of you. You just got to figure out this is the magic and how you begin to ride the cosmic waves above this warfare. You have to figure out what is that signaling within. Because I'm getting all kinds of emails, all kinds of reports from people all over the world about these things going on this week. And I want you to know that there is a warfare out there so that you can balance this energy out. I want you to take it so personal that you remove the person from the situation and you start to look within. You start to look within because this is where it's coming from. If we can get to the root, if we can get to the source, you can unlock this and more light will start to come in. And so this entire weekend, I don't want you to take yourself so serious. I want you to be able to laugh at yourself. I want you to be able to give yourself a good laugh at yourself. That's what I want you to do. I want to say thank you to Seth for the super chat to donation. Ms.Blue, thoughts on Tina Marie? Been getting urges to listen to our music. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Thank you for that. So I want you to think about that. In fact, it can be a really amazing, awesome thing. I see some of you are saying that you've been getting triggered this week. That's amazing. Make sure you take note on those triggers because it's letting you know what area of your life you must bring into balance. And it's all about relationships. And for some of us, that's going to be a really soft spot. And I want you to uncover what is at the root of that, because it certainly isn't anything outside yourself. The other thing, you have to set healthy boundaries. And I want you to write this down next, because we have family, and then we're going to go to the next warfare is going to be on your boundaries. But I want to share something with you about boundaries that you might not have thought. This is not about you putting boundaries on other people. This is about you putting boundaries on yourself. I'm going to put a boundary on myself that I'm not going to take myself so serious today. That's a boundary. Ah, yeah, that's a little different. I'm going to put a boundary on myself that I'm going to make sure that I do something I absolutely love before the clock strikes 10 p.m. I'm going to put a boundary on myself that I'm going to listen more than I talk. That's a boundary. I'm going to put a boundary on myself that I'm going to spend 15 minutes in silence to see what is coming up for me. I'm going to see what is coming up for me and embrace that. Those are the boundaries I want you to begin to start putting on yourself, and not put those boundaries external. Put those boundaries where they belong. Yeah. Put those boundaries where they belong. If you look at Osun in the activation art, you will see the gold that is reminiscing and swirling around her. That's her boundary. That's her boundary. Her boundary of the frequency she's choosing to be in, her boundary of where her curiosity will take her to expand. She said, Ms. Blue, we have to put the boundaries on ourselves, because these are boundaries that will help you to expand your awareness and your consciousness and elevate yourself. When you have these boundaries in place, you can ride cosmic waves when it comes to your family, when it comes to coworkers, when it comes to random people on the street or people on the internet that know nothing about you. And you will be able to find the clues that your soul is sending you. Because that's what these boundaries are. These are things that your soul is sending you. Now, you don't have to use it that way. You don't have to. You could be out here, fighting every point and exhausting yourself. But when you do it this way, it's so powerful. It's so transforming. It's so elevating. And it's so freeing, because it keeps you in the driver's seat while still allowing you to get outside of your comfort zone. We've been talking about this comfort zone now for quite a while. For many of you, it would have been years, but I've been going heavy for these last couple of months. Get out of your comfort zone. Getting outside of your comfort zone is an inside job. If I had the dun 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 dun, I would play that. Getting out of your comfort zone is an inside job, so that you can navigate, you can understand from within. So we got family, we have setting healthy boundaries. The next one is going to be Dreamtime Magic. I need you to pay attention to deja vu. You may be experiencing deja vu because you are crossing timelines now. And I want you to pay attention to these deja vu moments. And if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like you find yourself sort of caught between moments, where you recognize that you feel you have already experienced, done, or been in the particular place that you're at, and you literally know what is going to happen next. And usually, what is going to happen next is something totally outside of maybe what's going on. So maybe you're having a conversation with a close friend, or you're talking to someone, in the store, or you're getting ready to walk into a building. How you're going to know when you're experiencing this deja vu moment, you may say in a few minutes, a car is going to come by and blow the horn, or somebody's going to drop some keys, or as soon as I open the doors, there's going to be a man coming out laughing. Or I'm going to look over to the elevator and see a woman in a pink dress. So deja vu usually takes you outside of what's happening to let you know that that is a sign from the spirit world to let you know that, ooh, pay attention, stay present, because magic is happening now. You are in perfect divine alignment. And so that moment you move out of that deja vu moment. Someone spoke about Tina Marie. Tina Marie music is music that will open you up and take you in a deja vu portal. She will take you into a deja vu portal. It is about the cadence and the frequency in her voice. And when you put Tina Marie and Rick James together, you will go to a whole nother dimension. And it's because of the frequency in the music and the frequency in Tina Marie's voice. It's able to open up windows of opportunity, and many artists have that. I'm sharing that because Seth came on and asked a message about Tina Marie. So listen to Tina Marie. Listen to her music. Put it on in the background while you're working, or put your headset on and just allow it to be there. You don't need to do anything else but to have the frequency there. Right now, it is the voice of the feminine coming through. So Whitney Houston is another voice right now that you want to put on in the background. What's my girl's name? Minnie Rippleton is another voice that you want to put on in the background. Aaliyah, another voice you want to put on in the background. You want to put these voices on in the background because these are voices of activation. They're coming through from the spirit world. These sirens, you will hear them. You will hear their frequencies echoing out into the cosmos from the spirit world into you. And what it's going to serve as a marker for you to raise your frequency. Aretha Franklin, put on Aretha Franklin when you feel like you're in the midst of war, because her frequencies in her voice is going to take you in a different direction when you need to go in a different direction, especially when you need to get into the energy that you feel that it is around relationships and family, and you're going to war, or you feel that war has been launched against you, metaphorically, of course. So Aretha Franklin really takes us into the depths of our intuition and our power. She's a power-based frequency. And so you can use that if there is miscommunication going on between family and loved ones. You want to use Aretha Franklin for that, because she will help you to navigate that energy, especially if you're dealing with the elder or a parent, or anyone who has an elder or a parent who is between dimensions. And there's lots of confusion, but you have to be there to help. Put Aretha Franklin on, and that is really going to help to open up those portals for clear and precise communication. Speaking of which, Aretha Franklin was another one of those voices. Once she made her transition, I did a big channel on this a while ago, where her voice was actually broadcasted out into the middle of our universe. And so what happened is NASA actually took Aretha Franklin's songs and broadcast them out into the cosmos. And they named a whole asteroid after her. She has a whole asteroid that was named after her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so when you're dealing with these energies, dealing with the family, you want to use Aretha Franklin and put on her music of Aretha Franklin. If you're dealing with issues at work, Spirit is saying, put on, yeah, you can put on Aretha Franklin as well, too. You're going to put her there. So definitely a lot of feminine energy that is happening this weekend. Spirit is saying that's coming through real, real clear and very, very powerful. You can use these sounds and these frequencies as points of activation. If you think about when you were growing up as a child growing up, and usually on Sundays or the weekends, I know my house was always filled with music. Actually, every day of the week in my house, but music was there because this will help you to shift the frequency. Many of you are doing feng shui. You're clearing the energy in your house. You're clearing things out. You want to make sure you're putting on music when you're doing that. You want to put on because that's going to help you raise the frequency. And when you raise your frequency, you're in a higher state of consciousness, knowing, understanding, and it can help you to transmute energy. It can help you to transmute your energy, and it can help you to transmute the energy in your sacred space. So I'm going to be giving you the 4 steps. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but I wanted to give you that because there is. So we have family, we have family, we have boundaries, and we have music. These are all the different areas. And then I want you to be taking a look at yourself. Do some journaling. Sit down and do some internal journaling of journaling your thoughts. And if you can, write it out with your physical hand. Don't do it digitally, but write it out with your physical hands. And really, when you're sitting in those 15 minutes of power, of meditation, because this is where you're going to find your peace. And the only way to have peace from within is to observe our thoughts. This takes me back to when I first introduced the world to thoughts and things, and how to do that exercise of thoughts and things. But I want you to sit down and see what thoughts are coming up for you. Because right now, for some of you, we've already moved into this energy, but we're moving closer into what we call the moon is void of course. In astrology, when the moon goes into void of course, many different things happen. It can actually be a very powerful time for introspection that comes up when the moon is going void of course. Because the moon, much like our energetic auric fields, is a reflection. It's a reflection of our energy. It's a reflection of ourselves. Some of you, and I want to ask this question honestly, I want you to see what comes up. Let's just do a test. First of all, let me ask you, does everyone here know their moon sign? Sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. How many people here know their moon sign? Do you know what your moon sign is? If you're in chat or if you're listening afterwards, drop your moon sign below. How many of you know what your moon sign is? Tremel said Aries moon, Capricorn moon. We have these moon, Sagittarius moon, Pisces moon, Leo moon, Virgo moon, Cancer moon. Okay. Scorpio moon, Virgo moon, Taurus moon, Aquarius moon, Sag moon, Leo moon. Oh, we got some badass moon signs in here. Taurus moon. Here's what I want you to do. I want us all to do a test. And it's very easy to find your moon sign. You could go to astroseek.com, put in your information, and it will tell you your moon sign. I want you to understand that when your moon sign comes up, a couple of things is going to happen. And I want us to do, let's just kind of do some spiritual exploration here with the moon sign. Because your moon sign is going to tell you the emotion your mother was experiencing while you were in her womb. You are expressing her emotion, which was the dominant emotion your mother was experiencing while you were in her womb. Did y'all know that? So the reason I'm telling you this is because I want you to be very cognizant of when we're having these phases of the moon and different things are happening. See if instantly when you get upset, does your mind flash back to issues with your mother? Because this is your moon sign coming up for you. This is your moon sign. Your moon sign is shining. I want you to be thoughtful of that, because this is going to show you how to ride that cosmic wave when it comes to issues, traumas, and things of your childhood, as well as maybe even if you didn't know your birth mother or didn't have a close relationship or your mother didn't raise you. And some of you will even see how this has been generational, where some of the same thing, you may have the same moon sign as your mother. I want you to go study those attributes, and I want you to look at an honest relationship you have with your mother at this time in your life. And this is going to show you how to build a healthy, more balanced and in tune relationship with yourself and with that energy of your mother. And so when these triggers and these things begin to start coming up, you will be able to have a deeper understanding about what it's drawing you to do, so that you can navigate, so that you can understand. And so often when people tell you, you are just like your mother, because you're expressing the moon sign, and chances are you may have the same moon sign. But this is a way that we can begin to use this cosmic energy to ride these cosmic waves. Because again, you may start to look at your life this weekend and instantly you go back to something that happened in your childhood while you're doing this self-exploration and journaling your thoughts, and it's taking you back to these issues with your mother. And now you have a deeper level of understanding and you can begin to move past this. But I also want to let you know this. This is by design. You chose that for a reason. We have spent time with each of the 12 zodiac, which represents the hours in our day. So the 12 o'clock wheel is symbolic of the 12 zodiac signs. And just as we watch our physical clock tick away and it's taking us through these hours, you are going through each one of your zodiac houses. You're going through each one of these constellations, and everything that is in each one of these constellations, you can either, if you have the awareness, it can empower you. But if you're in the dark, it is going to start sending you clues about what is happening, what is going on with you. What is going on? So I want you to know we're riding cosmic waves this weekend. You guys said, yes, that makes so much sense. Yes. Now, moving right along, Maya said, my mom and I are in such a good place and I'm so grateful. Yes. 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 Gloria says, I get emotional when I think about my mom. I miss her so much. Learning how to develop our relationship on a new level. Yes, and definitely. And sending you blessings, Gloria. Know that your mother is with you. You know, when our ancestors transition into the spirit world, a part of them goes inside of us. You ever watch cartoons? And when a cartoon in animes and cartoons, when a spirit is about to transition or leave, they show sort of like the white sort of mist, and it will go into someone else's physical body. This is a depiction of what truly happens when someone leaves their physical body from this earth plane and go into the spirit world. A part of our loved ones, our ancestors, go inside of us. So even when Michael Jackson passed away, one of the reasons they did the rainbow of light all around the world, people were shining this powerful blue and sort of indigo light, all the countries around the world, because that was a way to show it was on a subconscious level, the collective knew we must shine the light of our city, our country, our continent, because we want Michael Jackson to send some of his consciousness into some of the soul beings, some of the star children that are here. And we all felt it. We all felt a piece of our consciousness coming inside of us. It didn't go to everybody, but there were a group of individuals on the planet that a piece of his consciousness physically went into. This happens in our immediate bloodline, as well as it also happens on a collective level. When Steve Jobs passed away, a lot of his consciousness went into the collective. This is how we continue to do the work of our ancestors. So when your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, your father, or someone in the family passed away, no matter how young, how old, they sin, they choose people in the family and they go, I'm going to send some of my consciousness to Priestess Brandy. You know what? I'm going to take some of this best parts of me and I'm going to give it to Griffin. You know what? I'm definitely going to be sending the sort of the real intuitive part of myself to my grandson Gotti. I'm going to be sending him my consciousness. You know what? I'm going to send my sharpness of my mind to my daughter Brittany Bives. I'm going to be sending that part of my consciousness to that person. It's a way that they gift us as well. And that part of our essence and our soul continues to live on inside of us. inside of us. Inside of us. It lives on inside of us. It could be a friend, it could be a loved one. I've even done readings for people and told them a story, and I would say, well, do you know someone who worked on cars and, that was a mechanic that did this? Because I'm picking up that this is the person that, really sort of blessed you with amplifying this gift. And they would say, when I was growing up as a child, my neighbor next door, their father, he used to have a mechanic shop, and we would go there and we would work during the summertime. And he kind of took me on as a son. I said, well, when he passed away, he sent a part of his consciousness, not only to his children, but also to you. To you. To you. So I want you to know that there's so many blessings, so many things that you have with you at this time that is helping you with riding these cosmic waves. Riding these cosmic waves, because it's a lot going on out in these cosmic streets right now, and I don't want you to get caught up. So let's continue on with the message from Osun. And so I want to give you 4 steps. And these 4 steps are really going to help you during this warfare of a time that's going to be pretty intense. Now, once we start getting into late Monday, we'll be riding cosmic waves again. It'll be a lot smoother. It's going to be real quiet. It's going to get loud again, but it's going to be real quiet for the most part. The first one is to embrace the flow. Embrace the flow. It's a lot going on. The sun will be moving into Leo. The moon will be dancing through Scorpio. It's going to get emotionally intensified, and this energy is going to rise. I want you to look at the activation art, and you see Osun on her golden surfboard. This is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to find the rhythm in these waves. And the way that you do this, you're going to trust your intuitiveness and your instincts. You're going to have to use them both. And you're going to let your heart, once you've done that, once you've tapped into the intuitive side, you're going to let the heart guide you. Because this is a time for flow. And not just flow, flow with grace, not force. Not force, flow with grace. This is one of those weekends where you say, you got it. That's it. I'm going to let you have that one. How the song goes, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm going to let you have that. You can have it. So I want us all to be able to embrace flow. Embrace the flow. And when I say embrace the flow, I truly mean that. We're going to talk about things that we can be doing, how we can use it, because the energy this weekend is powerful, and I don't want it to go to waste. Okay? But no forcing. No forcing. That's it. No forcing. Step 2. You're going to activate your star child. Your star child is always there, but, sometimes we're on that inner child, not the star child. It's a big difference between the inner child and the star child. That inner child gets to acting up. That star child, that's a little different. So we have the blessing of as above and so below, right? as without and so within. So Mars and Virgo, what it's going to do, it's going to sharpen. Oh my God. It's going to sharpen your focus on details and discipline. It's going to sharpen it. You're going to be very focused. Look how focused you are right now. Look how focused you are right now. Your focus and your discipline. It's going to come a little bit more easier right now. You need to channel this energy by setting clear intentions and boundaries. Remember, we talked about what true boundaries are. And as a star child, your mission is to bring light. Everyone type bring light. Your mission as a star child is to bring light into the shadows. That's your mission. Bring light into your shadows. That's why self-love is the new shadow work. That's your soul mission. I'm feeling some kind of way right now. Let me set some intentions, some boundaries. How can I begin to bring light into this shadow? How can I bring light here? And there's some things that you're going to have to do here to get this going. When you're activating this inner star child, you're going to have to stand firm on your truth. You're going to have to stand on your truth. I know that's easier said than done. You're going to have to stand firm on. You see how I'm speaking to you today? It's a little different. It's hitting a little different. So activating your star child, you're going to have to stand on your truth. Stand firm on it. And you're going to have to let your actions can't be all over the place. They can't be wishy-washy. It can't be half-ass. You're going to have to let your actions be precise. And not only do they have to be precise, they're going to have to be powerful. That part. They're going to have to be powerful. This ain't throwing a rock and hiding your hand. It's going to have to be powerful. It's going to have to be, after you do that action, I literally want you to sit back and say, I did that. Oh yeah, I did that. I did that. It's not about what anybody else says. It's about you. It's about you doing that. You are the witness here to this. So step number 2, the activation of your star child. Let's go to step 3. Step 3, this is where Osun comes in. Some colors I want you to work with because these are powerful colors of the goddess Osun. We're going to go with that yellow, that blue, and that gold. You're going to work with those frequencies. You can use crystals in that color, candles in that color. You can begin to journal in that color, make some art in that color. You can eat foods in that color. You can do spirit quests in that color by staring at these colors. You can wear clothes in these colors for this activation. because here you're going to be connecting with divine feminine energy. When we think about the goddess Osun, she embodies love, beauty, abundance. And with Venus going retrograde in Leo, it's going to make you revisit past relationships. Yeah, that part. Past relationships. Make sure you make a note of this. This connection with the divine feminine energy, this Osun energy, you will be revisiting past relationships. It's going to take you into the area where you can look at what is it that you truly value. Because we need to, if we're going to talk about abundance, if we're going to talk about this Lionsgate portal, this 888 energy that's still going to be carrying us through till the 12th, the portal is still going to be open, and that energy is going to carry us forward for years upon years upon years. If we are talking about manifesting wealth, abundance, relationships, jumping timelines, then we have to revisit what are your values? What do you truly value? And you got to know that. Not what you cling to, but what do you truly value? And then you're going to take that information and you're going to refine it. You know how you refine something? Notice that word fine is in refinement. You're going to refine that energy. That means you're going to take a look at it, a very intimate look on what is it that I really value in my life. Not the shit you just clinging to. Not where you have codependent relationships with. But what do I value in my life? Is it honesty? Is it trust? Is it joy? Is it the work that I'm doing? Is it what I feel that I'm being called to do? What do I value? Is it friendship? Is it family? Is it trust? Is it self-love? Do you value self-love? Some of you struggle with self-love because it's not something you value. I want you to think about those things that you truly value. Make a list of it. Revisit those past relationships. Look at the things there that honestly you would never do again. What would you do different? And what is the difference that you're going to be doing? Often we acknowledge we will not do it again, but we won't acknowledge what are we going to do. One of the spiritual laws is if we take anything out, physically, energetically, mentally, you must replace it with something of equal value or higher. So if you take something out, you must replace it with something of a higher value. So I want you to utilize this when connecting with the energy of the goddess Osun to honor your divine feminine essence and then embrace self-love. Embrace it. Embrace that self-love within yourself. One of the ways that you can do it, you can actually screenshot this picture of the goddess Osun You can print it out or have it on your phone or someone you can see it when you're doing your writings here and see what naturally comes up to you. And it doesn't matter your background. I know we have a lot of new people listening in. Doesn't matter your background. You don't have to be into any kind of spiritual religious group or school of thought to work with these deities, the deity of the goddess Osun. This is a way for you to do a ritual of activation from within yourself to get into that energy. We have both masculine and feminine energy in us. It is symbolic of everything that's outside of us as well as inside of us. Right hemisphere, left hemisphere, they must work together for the superconscious to come online. She has a very powerful story. So if you don't know the story of the goddess Oshun, definitely do some research, look it up. It'll just enhance your life in a beautiful way. Then once you start to embrace that self-love, then I want you to start nurturing your creativity because, baby, nothing brings it out like the goddess Oshun. She will bring that creativity out of you. You'll get them mixing up stuff, putting things together, creative with the way that you dress, the way that you look, the way that you eat, the foods that you eat, the way that you decorate your home and things around you, the way that you write, the way that you speak, the way that you walk, and the way that you talk. So allow yourself to begin to nurture that creative aspect inside of you. And so next, we're going to go to the next step, which is step 4. You're going to ride the waves of change. Because in essence, what's happening, what has always been happening on the planet, is we are changing. And this is definitely a time of change. And during these energetic cosmic portals that we are traveling through, we're doing some powerful changes. We got Uranus in Taurus, which is bringing up unexpected shifts and revelations. Just like you see the dolphins around Oshun. That's why I tell you guys, stay like the dolphins. Playful and adaptable. Don't take yourself too serious because change is inevitable. But it's how you ride these cosmic waves that makes all the difference. You have to allow yourself to be flexible and to be open to new possibilities. Be flexible and open to new possibilities. This whole entire weekend is about harmonizing your star child and your inner child, harmonizing them to come together. This is really an ancient technique of inner alchemy that warriors use when they're bringing their warrior spirit together. You're bringing it together with a flow of divine energy. You're finding your balance on this cosmic surfboard, and you're letting the universe guide you to where you need to be because you know it's going to be for your highest and your greatest good. You're not going to allow external factors to wage war on you or to use those things that are in your universe, that's in your sphere, to cause you to miss your own blessings. And that's the reason I came on, because there is a warfare. Don't get distracted. Don't allow things to be used as a weapon against you when all it's really telling you is to look within, to go within, and you'll be able to see that. So I'll talk a little bit about the goddess Osun here. Osun, as one of the goddesses, represents feminine power. Everything about her embodies this essence of femininity, not only in terms of beauty and sensuality, but as a source of power and being resilient. Oshun's influence is seen in her ability, because she has the ability to nurture and move with the destructive forces of nature. And this makes her a powerful archetype for navigating cosmic waves of transformation, because we are in waves of transformation. They can either be nurturing for us or it can be destructive for us. And that's where our free will comes into play, because we are both creatures of creation and destruction. She's a symbol of wealth and abundance. And often you will see her when you see the pictures and understand her story. She's associated with wealth and prosperity, symbolizing flow of resources and opportunity. This is why you see her by the waters, because that waters tell you that there is a flow. This is abundance, a flow of resources. When you can ride cosmic waves, you will always come up with a solution. You will always find other opportunities, no matter what is going on. Her connections with the river and fresh waters represents the continuous flow of life and the blessings that life has for us. And Oshun's energy can help you to attract and manage abundance, especially during some of these tumultuous cosmic times. She also will help you if you've been spending too much, or if you find yourself being impulsive or reckless with your spending in your life. Lots of addiction habits are coming up even in this weekend. So if you have a vice or something you're addicted to, work with this energy of Osun, because she can help you with that flow. So you are not just allowing yourself to overspend, overindulge, especially when it comes to things such as what we call to with money, sex, and attention, because these are the current areas where we can be addictive in these areas. Oshun as a deity is about harmony and reciprocity. If you study her mythology, you'll be able to see that it's a concept of reciprocity with relationships. She teaches that true wealth comes from harmonious interaction, a balance between giving and receiving. This can be a powerful guiding principle as we start to navigate the challenges, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a balance in relationship and an exchange in energy. We talk about these things all the time. Where is your exchange in the energies that you are engaging in? Is it one-sided? Are you the only one giving in the relationship? Are you the only one taking in the relationship? Whether that's with your family, whether that's at work, whether that's with a loved one, where is this reciprocity happening? Where is this harmony coming in at? Now, of course, Oshun brings into this pool of deities cultural significance. And she also brings the feminine insight. She offers that framework that challenges conventional Western notions of power, which is going to challenge all of us, pretty much most of us on the planet, because we do have a framework of power coming from a Western mindset. I know we're all in the process of reprogramming that within ourselves, but Oshun really puts you in that place to challenge you on what is power for you. Her stories and her ritual represents a reflection of a holistic understanding of power that includes collaboration, that includes empathy, that includes emotional intelligence. And this is a perspective that can be so empowering when dealing with energetic battles. When you're dealing with energetic battles, whether those energetic battles are internal or if they're energetic battles that are being reflected outside of yourself. Because as star children, these are some of the energetic battles that we are dealing with. So I wanted to give you all just a rich foundation to help you through the energy of this weekend. It's an opportunity for you to honor and also make a connection, a spiritual connection with yourself and with the deity of Oshun who came through, and with all of the sirens, the female sirens that we talked about at the beginning, through music, through beauty, through sound, through frequencies, helping us to harmonize and helping us to ride these cosmic waves. So yeah, I just wanted to bring y'all that message, the channel that came through today. As we ride these cosmic waves, don't let this weekend of you being the number one target, the star child, because your light is shining bright. And for many who are even unaware of their own light, and for those who have not been doing internal work to wage war against you, or to use those that we love and we care about as a weapon against us, that we can make sure that we can ride these waves and recognize what's going on so that we can use it as a powerful force from within. Don't take yourself too serious. Learn how to laugh at yourself. And definitely make sure that you go within and take a look and say, where is this guiding me? Where is this leading me? Right now we're in the moon. The moon is void of course. The significance of the moon being void of course, the moon is a giant mirror. And so it will reflect whatever is passing through it. And in astrology, what makes a moon void of course, it determines to be void when it stops making aspects, when planets on its transit from one zodiac sign to another. So some voids, of course, can last for a minute or so. Some can last for hours. Some can last for even days. So the moon reflects whatever passes through it when it's void. When it is void, it is not reflecting anything back to you. So you are left with your own reflection. The true meaning of it's all you. I want you to know that. So what happens during this time, it can make us feel some kind of way. And a lot of times what happens is our subconscious mind, it's like the doorway to the subconscious opens up. And subconscious patterns, fears, emotions, behavior start to come to the surface. So it's a great time to do some inner work, do some creative work, dive deep into some things you need to finish. And really get it done. Because what's happening right now is we're all truly feeling ourselves from a subconscious level. From a subconscious level. Nothing is being reflected back to us. So you may find yourself second guessing yourself a little later. You may find yourself getting angry or frustrated at yourself or someone else. You may find things irritate you a little bit more, or your tolerance level is short. Your temper is short. Or you may be laughing and joking and all of a sudden sadness comes upon you. Maybe you go back and you start reflecting on past relationships or some of your loved ones who's transitioning into, into the ancestor realm. Whatever it is, I want you to use that time as a time of self-love, because as a star child, it's calling you to bring light into these places of shadow. That's all it's telling you, is to bring in light into these places of shadow. Have healthy self-reflection. I've given you some steps. I've given you some tools. Let's have a wonderful weekend. I think the void, of course, is going to be over on Saturday around 6:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will come out of the void, of course. And when we come out of that void, of course, we're going to be going into, and you all let me know how you feel about this. I believe we're going to be going into Scorpio. We're going to be going deep into the waters of Scorpio. We're going to be going down into Scorpio. And we'll be able to ride those cosmic waves as well. We'll start to get understanding from here. We'll start to go deep into this void of Scorpio. Remember, one of the symbols for Scorpio is the eagle. Yeah. Time for transformation. Time for transformation. So, powerful, powerful energy, powerful weekend. I love you all. Let's keep the conversation going down in the chat. Let me know your top 3 takeaways from what we shared, what we talked about here, and we'll keep the discussion going. So I love you all. Have a wonderful, amazing week. Baby Blue just came in the building.
Bye, everybody.
She's sending her love. Love you all too. Love you, Doreen. Good to see you, Miss Rich. Love you all. But there it is. Let me all know. Oh, I wanted to give you all a book because I'm getting some emails about the goddess. Matter of fact, I'm going to start telling some goddess stories, some deity stories. I'll do that. But if you want a book, if you really want to dive into and understand about the deity of the goddess Osun, this is a good book. It's called The Elegant Deity of Wealth, Power, and Femininity. It's Osun. And the author of the book, I got this book years and years ago. I'm not even sure. Uh, you can find it on Amazon. If I get the link, I'll put the link down in the show notes. I'll come back and add the link to the book. But I wanted to share that all with you all. I look forward to meeting all of you. If you're new here, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, pass the share on. This is something I would recommend you pass on to your family members, loved ones as well for this weekend. And also, just to anyone who could really just use this insight. All right. So, peace and love, Soul Family. We're going to get out of here. I love you all. Having a wonderful, amazing weekend. And yeah, more to come. More to come. More to come. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. More to come. Let's see. All right. Peace and love. Peace and love, Soul Family. You know what? I'm literally looking for something and I can't find it. Isn't that something? I can't even find it. I don't know if the phone lines are still on. I hope it is. But we're going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. Peace and love. So, family, peace and love. Peace and love. Ciao. Ciao.